Hi everyone, I'm Mary Ann White, Director of Marketing from the Casey Group, the company behind Mapview. Today I'm going to show you how to get Mapview set up for your first file import. Mapview is available for download in the Apple App Store, so you can simply visit the App Store to download the app onto your iPad or iPhone. Go ahead and launch the app. Today for our demo, I'm going to show you how to set up custom groups and then import your first lead list. First, I'm going to set up the app with my custom groups. I'm going to tap on Filters from the main menu. Here is an example based on input from other agents that these are some of the most suggested and popular groups to utilize. One that I don't have listed right now is Appointment Set, so I will show you how to set one up. We tap on the plus sign on the top right-hand corner of the Groups window. I want the group name to be Appointment Set. I need to assign a pin, so I tap on Assign Pin. The name tag is a favorite type of pin because then you can see the prospect's name, so you can pick whatever color you wish. I'll choose orange. Now, if I already have contacts in my app, I can tap Assign Contacts to get to my contact list and just pick which contacts I would like to assign to that group. But in my case, I'm going to import a list and I'll assign that list to my groups after I import them. So at this point, I have the name and the pin, so I'm going to tap Save, and you can see now it shows up on my group list. As I populate these groups with contacts, I can simply tap on or off the group name to display them on my map. So once again, here's a list of the most popular groups that we've gotten input from as far as agents use. So now I'm ready to load my lead data. There are three primary ways to load data into the application. First is by manual entry. So I'm going to go back to the settings, to my main menu I should say, and I'm going to tap List by Name. To add a new contact manually, I just tap the plus sign in the top right-hand corner. Here I can enter the contact details such as name, the complete address, phone, and any other notes that I wish. If I scroll to the bottom, I'll see here is my list of all of my custom groups, and I can select right from the start any groups that I'd like this contact to be a part of. So perhaps I'm going to add them to my new leads and referrals, and I want to call back in a few days. When I'm finished, I would just tap Save, and that contact would be added to my database. Now, the second way to add contacts to Mapview is through syncing. Mapview syncs with your device's local contact and calendar apps. So this is used if you have contact data already on your device or in an external contact program like iCloud or Outlook. I'll open my settings and then select Choose Groups to Sync. And here I can see all the external contact groups that I have already set up to sync to my device. And here I can select and tap on or off to bring any additional contacts into the app. Now for me, I'm mainly going to import my contacts through the third method, which is spreadsheet import, but I did want to show you this syncing capability as well. And just on a side note, since we're talking about syncing, I mentioned that Mapview does sync with your device's calendar app, and you can set that up right here in the settings under Calendars. Here I can choose what calendars that I have already set up on my device to sync Mapview with. Once again, it's just a matter of tapping on or off the calendar to include it in my app. So let's get to the final way to import data, which is probably the one that you'll use the most, which is spreadsheet import. Let's say I've just received a new list of leads from the corporate website. I would want to download that file as an Excel file. So bear with me, I'm just going to open up an Excel file. Once you have your file, you're going to want to tap the share icon in the top right-hand corner. And we would suggest that you select Copy to Numbers. Now, if you don't already have the Numbers app on your device, ahead of time, you can go ahead and go to the App Store and download it for free. So I'm just going to scroll through the options and select Copy to Numbers. So this will open up my Excel file of my new leads in the Numbers app. Now, a very important thing with your Excel file, to import it into Mapview, you need to make sure that each data field, such as last name or first name or street address, is in its own column within your spreadsheet, as you can see mine is showing. City needs to be its own column, state, zip, etc. If there's any changes you want to make to your spreadsheet, you can do so now. Also, another important thing is to make sure your spreadsheet only contains one sheet. If you're familiar with Excel, you'll know many times you can have an Excel workbook with multiple tabs or sheets. To import into Mapview, you'll need just the Excel file to have one single sheet, or the app will not be able to recognize it. So once your file is ready, you want to click the three dots in the top right-hand corner and select Export. The file needs to be in CSV format to bring into Mapview, so I'm going to select CSV. Now I'll get the option choose how to send it, and once again just going to scroll through the options, and this time I want to select Copy to Mapview. Mapview will now detect and analyze my spreadsheet. Once it's completed, it will start by asking me what group I want to save those new leads under. I can name this group anything I wish. It picked up the current title of my spreadsheet, which was sheet 1. Perhaps I want to name it by the date of the import. I'll just call it February 2018. Here also you have the option to select any other groups that you've already created if you'd like to import that lead list directly into one of your preset groups. So for example, it would be helpful for me to have these new leads go right into my new leads group, so I'm going to select that group. At any point along this import process, if you have a question, you can tap the little question marks and you'll see there'll be a little overview of guidance for that window. I'm all set here on this window, so I'm going to tap the word Next in the top right-hand corner to proceed. Next, Mapview will attempt to match your spreadsheet columns to contact record fields. So fields with matching letters are already linked. You'll need to match any remaining fields that you wish to bring into the app. In the example that you're seeing now, you can see the phone fields on my spreadsheet are not linked, so I'll need to set up that linkage. If you are doing these processes on an iPhone, your screen will look a little different at this point, as you'll only see one side panel at a time. So what you're seeing right now on the left is fields that are associated with a basic contact record. On the right are the fields associated with the spreadsheet that you're importing. So it's pulled all of the column headers, and that's what's listed on the right. And this process is just matching your columns to contact record fields. On an iPhone, you'll just see one portion at a time, and you would just swipe back and forth between the two panels. So let's get those daytime and evening phones linked to the phone fields. So let me scroll down. Here's phone. Now, if you'd like to just simply link it and have it show up under work phone, that's fine. But I'll show you a quick little trick. Work phone is the default name for the phone listing, but if you would like to change it to daytime to match your data, all I'm going to do is actually tap on the word work on the left panel, and it brings up an option where I can switch the phone label. So first, if you don't have daytime already set up as a label, you can just tap in that text field under Add Custom Label and type the word daytime. I've already done so, so I'm just going to tap on daytime, and you can see it switched the work label to daytime. So now I want to link the two, so I'm going to tap on the left-hand panel, daytime phone, and then I'm going to tap on the right side panel, daytime phone, and they're linked. Now I'll do the same for evening, so I'm going to tap Add Phone on the left-hand side. I'm going to do that little trick again. I'm going to tap on the word work and make it evening, Once again, you just have to type, if you don't already have that label created, just create the label evening. And then I'm going to tap on each to connect them. Now for age, we find that many agents like to have that in their notes field. So if that's how you'd like to set things up, just tap on notes on the left-hand side and then age, and the age will flow into your notes field. If that's not your preference, you can set up a custom field. I'll show you how to do that for media. To set up any custom fields for any other data you want to bring into the app, just tap in the custom field text box on the left, and then select the column on the right that you would like to flow into that custom field. In my case, it'll be media, so I'm going to tap on media, and you can see how they just became linked. The other custom field I want to create is date received. So once again, I'm just going to go back to custom fields on the left. I'm going to say I want to add a new custom field. I'm going to tap on date received on the right, and you can see they're now matched. Now, if you'd like to bring language and data signs, you can keep continuing with that same process to bring that data into the app as well. But I have the basic data that I want in my app already matched, so I'm going to go ahead and tap next in the top right-hand corner to proceed. Now, if you would like to make any additional groups based on columns that you have, you can select them here. So if you wanted to create another group, a custom group based on states, you could. But for my first import, I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm simply going to tap continue, or I should say import in the top right-hand corner to bring my data into the app. Here I'll tap continue, and it's complete, so I'll tap OK. And now Mapview is mapping that data and bringing it all into the app for me. For those of you who are new to the file import process, I just wanted to point out we do have a very helpful step-by-step guide on the support section of our website. I know I imported that spreadsheet very quickly, so please feel free to visit our website to check out our complete guide and see all of your options for importing. So my data is now in the app. I can tap on List by Name, and here are all of my new leads. As well, if I go to Filters, I can see that group that I've set up. It was February 2018. And also, I added all of those new leads into my new leads insert referrals group. So to see groups I mentioned on the map, you just tap on and off the group. So I'm just actually going to clear selections and just turn on my new leads. And there is my list of those new leads that I've imported. I can see them on my map. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Please join me for part 2 of this series, which will outline how to set up your daily plan for visits, including using schedule optimization and navigation help. As you use the app, if you ever have any questions, please start at your menu and tap Settings. Here you can first tap on Documentation, and that'll take you right to the support section of our website where you can search for any topics or view our different documents with help guides to help you get up and running with Mapview. When you're finished, you just tap Done in the lower right-hand corner to return to the app. And certainly at any time while you're using the app, if you ever have any questions, right under the documentation link is a Contact Us link. Tap on Contact Us, and it pre-fills an email all ready to send to our support team. Just type in your question and send it off, and we'll be glad to help you. We also have an agent getting started guide with information that I've covered today. And if you're interested in receiving that, if you haven't seen it already, simply use this Contact Us method to send us an email and just drop a note saying, please can I have a copy of the agent support guide, and we'll be glad to send you a copy. So once again, I hope this video tutorial was helpful for you. Thanks for using Mapview, and we look forward to supporting your sales success.